So we are now going to have a look at the numeracy strand, calculating the mean from a table. Now the first example says that the table shows the number of children in 80 families. So we have the number of children per family. So we have 1 child, 2 children, 3 children and 4 children. And we can see the frequency here, so that means there are 14 families with 1 child, 40 families with 2 children, 18 families with 3 children, and 8 families with 4 children, giving us a total, which is important, of 80 families. Now to work out the mean from the table, what we do, we take the number of children per family and we multiply it by the frequency. So we do 1 times 40, which is equal to 14. 2 times 40 is 80. 3 times 18 gives us 54. And 4 times 8 is equal to 32. Now to find how many children there are in total, we will need to add these 4 numbers up. Again, it can be quite difficult to do in our heads, so we can use the tower sum to help us. So we have 14, 80, 54 and 32. So 4 add 0 is 4, add 4 is 8, add 2 is 10, so 0 carry the 1, 1 add 8 is 9, add 5 is 14, add 3 is 17, and 1 is 18. So this 180 means that in total there were 180 children. Now to find the mean, much like we've done previously, we find the total and we divide it by how many there are, and that's where this 80 comes in. So we need to do 180, so it's the total number of children, divided by 80, which is the total number of families, or how many families they ask. Now to divide 180 by 80, it's going to be quite difficult to do. There are some things we can do to make it a bit easier. Because they both end in zeros, the zeros can cancel if we divide them both by 10. So then we've only got to work out 18 divided by 8. Again, that's going to be quite challenging to do, so we can use the bus stop to help us. So we have 8 on the outside, and inside the bus stop we will have 18. And I know that 18 is not in the 8 times table, so I'm going to add a couple of zeros just in case I need them. So we say, well, how many 8s go into 1? Well, it's 0. We've got 1 left over. And then how many 8s go into 18? Well, that's 2. 2 8s are 16, which means that there's 2 left over, so we carry the 2 onto this 0, putting our decimal point in line here. Then how many 8s go into 20? That's 2, and 2 8s are 16, so we know there's 4 left over. And then how many 8s go into 40? That's 5. So our answer is 2.25. So the next question, it says that in the survey 100 people were asked how much they like a new drink. They gave the score of 3 points, 2 points or 1 point. The percentage bar shows their results. So you see some people gave 3 points, 2 points and 1 point. And we need to work out the mean number of points. Now first of all, it's a good idea to highlight some important points. So we can see here that 100 people were asked. So that is what we will be dividing by at the end. To get there, we need to understand what this percentage bar is actually showing us. So it's saying that this point here is 50%. So this means that 50% of people gave the new drink 3 points. And because there's 100 people, well, 50% of 100 is 50. So you can say 50 people gave it 3 points. And then from 50% to 80%, well, that's 30%, which again, 30% of 100 is going to be 30. So you can say that 30 people gave it 2 points. And then from 80% to 100% is 20%, and 20% of 100 is 20. So 20 people gave it 1 point. So much like we did in the last example, to find the mean, we need to work out how many points there were in total. And to do that, we could say, well, if 50 people gave 3 points each, well, we could times those. So 50 times 3 is 150. 30 times 2 is equal to 60. And 20 times 1 is equal to 20. Now to find the total number of points, we can add these numbers up. 0 add 0 add 0 is 0. 5 add 6 is 11, and 2 is 13. And the 1 and 1 is 2. So the total number of points is 230. Now to find the mean number of points, we would do 230, so that's the total number of points, divided by the total number of people, which we know from up here was 100. So 230 divided by 100 is equal to 2.3. So the mean average tells us that is 2.3.